Hey Ethan, how you doing?
I'm good. It's a good day.
It is? I
Yeah.
love that. Welcome to the podcast. We're getting serious. We've something really serious to talk about.
What?
Confronting you about some serious
Really?
shit.
I forgot to flush the toilet.
You do that so often, honestly.
She's kidding.
No, you do it like once every couple months. Say thank you for the gift.
I gotta remind you how healthy I am.
How healthy you are.
Yeah.
And why'd you get the tushy?
Why?
Yeah.
Because it's disgusting that we wipe our asses with paper.
Oh, we're diving right in.
You asked.
Yeah. Thank you for showing up on short notice.
You got it.
It feels very weird to be in a studio with you because usually if we'd podcast, we'd be on the couch together because why would I book studio time with you? But I had a cancellation and I said, we got to bring in the big guns.
Big guns. Big guns.
It's an audio platform, so maybe.
Yeah, I'm flexing.
Yeah.
My big guns.
Okay. Anywho, Ethan Zerlip, what is in alignment for you in life right now? I would, please enlighten me. I'd love to hear.
Yeah, I mean, you caught me on a good day. Not too much going on. Other than we do need to shop for food and
All right.
meal prep. So,
You know something that Ethan does, if you want a little insight into our relationship? He has a to-do list for me
yes.
in our notes app, and it's a shared notes app.
Yes.
And he writes down everything we need to do.
Yes.
It'll be food shop and then sub-bullets of all the food we need. He's very organized.
Highly recommend that.
Do
if you're in
you?
a relationship. Yeah. You slowly turn the other person into you.
You train them.
Yeah. I'm
I
training
will say
you.
you really have trained me like a dog.
Yes.
Like, I don't think I've trained you one bit in any way.
You have.
In what way?
More emotionally considerate.
Is that training?
Yeah. No. Inadvertent training. Just spending more time with you and learning from
That's
you.
just a positive impact. You have literally been training me intentionally.
It's intentional. Yeah, it's intentional with me. Oh my god. Oh my god. Turn the microphones off. Let's get out of here. Asbestos in the air.
Fully joking.
If you want any of this, now's your time because I just pretty much
I
drank
don't
it all.
want any of it.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Well, you asked me a question and then you didn't let me answer.
Well, right. You just, yeah.
What's in alignment? Okay.
Yes.
This might not be what you're looking for, but it's what I thought of. You know that I kind of like ebb and flow in terms of my enjoyment of living in New York City.
Mm-hmm.
Like some weeks I'm like, fuck this place, I got to get out. And other
Yeah.
weeks I'm like, I like our little situation and what we've created
I
for
would say
ourselves.
it's more by the day.
It can be.
Yeah.
But I think overall it's more more weekly.
Okay.
And obviously like the seasons play a part and like how busy we are and things going on. Right now I'm like very happy to be living in the city. That's also probably because we just spent a full week away from the city.
Yeah,
Almost
it's
a full
nice
week.
to be back, right, when you get a break.
Yeah. And even though I like came into the apartment last night and was a little anxious from like the clutter and things that I wasn't happy about, still I'm very happy to be here and I appreciate our situation. So I is that an okay answer? Like
Yes,
that's
it can
in
be.
alignment. Like
Ethan, it's anything you want. It's if you got the journal prompt in your journal, what's
Yeah.
in alignment, you're going to judge your answer.
No, I didn't know if it was the right kind of answer, but I guess it is.
Perfect.
Okay.
And I love that because last night you came in really hot. We came back. We were
Yeah,
we were in Florida
did.
for a week with my family, and then we went to his family in New York, and then we came back
in
to
Long
our
Island.
apartment.
Don't say New York because we're in New York.
I don't know if you wanted it exposed like that.
Well, you can't say New York. You got to say something
Okay, you're
else.
right. Then we came back into Manhattan last night.
Manhattan.
Ethan is, I think it's like an anxiety thing for you.
Yeah, partly.
You're a little more.
But it's not. I'm not an anxious person.
No, but it gets taken out on like the cleanliness and like home things.
Because it's a small space. Everything is glaring. All the little things that I don't love. And it's also our space too. So like when I'm, home in Long Island at my mom's spot, like it's not my home. So if something's not the way I want it, who am I to correct it or care so much?
Right.
But it's our space. So I like things done the way that it should be, or that. Yeah.
Sorry to cut you off, but it was just
Bitch.
crazy that that was your first thing you did when we got home.
I didn't want to. I even made a note, a mental note.
Really?
My thinking was, let me not do that.
You
And
had
I
to
still
go
did that.
into walking into your apartment saying, "Let me not look at everything wrong."
I thought, okay, if there's a bunch of shit all over the place and it might normally make me anxious. It's late. We just got back. It's fine. It's whatever. I'll deal with it the next day or the next week. I had those thoughts, and I still, because there were things that I wasn't expecting.
But here's the thing.
Yeah.
This is what threw me off, is that I know.
And then we shouldn't talk about this for too much longer.
No, I'm done. I'm over this. But I just want to say, like, I know that we left the apartment spotless. I don't leave for trips like that unless everything's clean. So I was just shocked that you were nitpicking when everything was fine.
Because it wasn't about things being all over the place. It was.
That's what you said, though.
But no, I didn't.
Okay, no one cares.
Yeah, let's move on. No, really.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what happened today that made you love New York City? Let's end on that.
It's nothing in particular that happened. I had a nice day where I hung out with some friends and like just had a good, nice Sunday before the week starts and all the craziness again.
And now you're here recording a podcast.
And now,
like, that's
exactly.
the beauty of New York City, right?
I was in 3 different areas of the city that are all completely different vibes. Like, it was just, I had lunch. I don't know. It was just a nice day.
Those are the days that make you appreciate the city, because you can be in 10 different places at once with different people and like just and the weather.
I had a fun thing where some guy was walking down the street with a big garbage pail, and it was full of garbage bags, but then also turf, rolled up turf.
You took it?
Yeah.
For a roof?
And I was like, oh, can I have that? Yeah. And I took the turf, and Josh and I walked it down.
Shut up.
15th Street on our shoulders
Shut
and
up.
brought it upstairs, and now it's on there. I sent
It's
you a
on our
photo.
roof?
Yeah. It's not we're going to need one more piece, but like turf's expensive. So now instead of having to spend like a couple $100 on turf.
You walked up to someone and said, can I have that?
He was throwing it out. He was like a worker for, I don't know, like Chelsea Piers, I think.
Okay.
They work for, yeah.
What's out of alignment for you right now, Ethan?
What's out of
I
alignment?
just stuttered.
Oh, that one I didn't really think about. I am a person who enjoys routine, right? And I haven't really had any routine because we were all over the place. It's going to be nice to get back into that this week, being back home. That's out of alignment, but I'm okay with that because it's almost nice sometimes to take a break from your routine, I think, and just refresh yourself a little bit.
Enjoy life.
Yeah, or not enjoy life, but just, when you do something every single day, it can be so beneficial for your life to do that, and your productivity and your overall happiness. But then to once in a while break that and step away from it, it's kind of important,
Yeah,
because
refresher.
to take a different perspective and see, like, do I need to be doing things that way? Like, when you get back into the routine, you have a different perspective.
Wait, that's such a great point, Ethan.
Thanks, Annie.
I thought you were just going to say, like, it's nice to have a break from routine, let loose a little, but, like...
No, it's not about letting loose. I let loose when I'm routine.
No, that is such a great point, though, that it gives you a chance when you step away from anything to kind of reevaluate.
Yeah, reevaluate. Perfect.
Because I realized when I am going into this next week where we're back in our New York City routine, I've been thinking about, like...
Should I go back to this thing?
What's my workout plan for the week?
Yeah.
And, like, what was working for me, what wasn't? It's kind of unintentional, but you're so right.
It's important. Vital, if you will.
Vital, if you will. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing.
You're welcome, Jeannie.
We're going to talk a little bit of relationship stuff because the people had questions. Also, what I want to say is what I'm realizing people are most intrigued by with you is almost your sense of routine. And I don't know if it's just we've been meeting a lot of new people and whatnot, so they're a little impressed by it, but like your closest friends are kind of similar, I would say, in that way, where they also appreciate routine and you guys kind of like love to run and all of the things. But people who meet you are really, it's not even impressed, or really intrigued by your routine. And I don't know if it's just because like you're a man.
Okay, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think it's as much the routine.
Not
I
the
think it's more
routine.
like discipline with things. Yeah.
Discipline.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say, like, I think discipline has kind of a negative connotation where it's like, if you're a disciplined person, you don't eat sweets and you don't let yourself have fun and, like, you stick to the schedule.
Well, you could be disciplined about different things.
No, but I don't agree with that. I'm just saying, I think when people hear that term, they think that, like, because you work out and you have a routine and you're disciplined, that, like, you don't enjoy yourself. And it couldn't be further from the truth.
Yeah, that I would love to talk to someone who thinks that way and prove them wrong. I think that allows you to enjoy yourself more by being disciplined, because the things that you require, it's all about understanding what you require as a person to be happy. And if you can acknowledge what those things are and be disciplined about doing them, it creates space for you to enjoy your life.
What can you give an example of something you're disciplined in that allows you to enjoy your life in another way?
The number one thing, it's exercising. If I don't exercise, even if I know that I need a break and my body's killing me and I have to give it time, I need to do some form of exercise, or I am not the same person the rest of the day.
But I would think most people would really argue that recovery is important.
But even an active recovery, I'm
Right.
saying, just some type
Like a
of
stretch.
movement, some type of my brain craves it.
Yeah.
You know, I think as humans we crave it probably.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So
That's probably the stem of so many people's anxiety, I would think.
is not moving.
Yeah, enough.
I would agree with that.
And having that being part of a routine.
I wasn't sure if I just get anxious when I'm not moving because I'm so used to moving.
No, I think we require it.
Okay, we're going to go into some questions
Okay.
we got from the audience. A lot of these questions were from your friends, so I'm not asking them.
From my friends, really?
Yeah,
Who
I'll say them
commented?
for fun, but it's not like for me to actually
Wait, let me
answer.
guess who asked the question.
Okay.
That's fun. Where's
How
the
do you
camera?
have such a chiseled body? Seriously? Genetics?
That's from a friend.
Of yours.
A friend of mine is asking that.
Obviously, it's a joke.
Okay.
Can I just tell you?
Yeah.
Brandon Friedman. Hey, Ethan. When did you first grow your beard, and
Wait,
why were
you didn't even let me
11?
answer the question. Am I supposed to answer?
No,
Oh.
Ethan.
What's the point of a question? Okay, go.
Someone else asked, has Jen made you an early riser?
No, I've made you an early riser.
100%.
Yeah, all the way around. I wasn't always an early riser, though.
Neither was I, though.
Okay.
I think actually, as we've evolved individually, we've impacted each other, and I
Yeah.
think we both started to wake up early around this. I think
Yeah.
in corporate America times, we both
It was necessary adjustment. That we had to
both
make.
did that. We
Yeah.
both worked out before work,
Yeah.
and it was a personal decision on both ends.
Yeah, it would have happened independently of each other.
Yes, but then when we moved in together, your routine allowed me to wake up earlier. At
Yeah, I
first,
wake up a little earlier than you would have probably.
but then I ended up wanting to wake up earlier because
Yeah,
I had more things
so much
to
more
do.
time in the morning.
But I just had, and that's what happens. People are always like, "How do you become a morning person?" And I always feel like you don't just start. You're waking up at 11 a.m. and then all of a sudden you wake up at 5 a.m. It's
Yeah.
you start at 10, then it's 9, then it's 8, and then you're like,
Yeah.
wait, if I just woke up a half hour earlier, I could make that workout class. And then after you're making that workout
Right.
class, you're like, if I just woke up a half hour earlier, I could meditate before the workout class.
Yeah.
And it just happens.
I think you're right. I
gradually.
think most of the time that's how it works. Obviously, if you know that you want to start getting up early, maybe if you're traveling and you're jet lag, that's like a good opportunity or something to like reset and start a brand new routine rather than like gradually doing it. But for most people, it's like, yeah, let me do another half an hour earlier. Oh wow, I want to do that other thing. Let me do another. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't
can
even
happen
think
both
it's an
ways.
intentional decision. Like, every 2 weeks I'm gonna wake up 30 minutes earlier because you're not gonna fucking do that. You're gonna get over it.
Yeah.
It naturally happens because you end up coming up with more things that you want to do before that last thing you did, and so you
Yeah.
need to wake up a little bit earlier. And it's kind of like training for running, where 5 miles seems so scary, and then you do it, and you're like, I could do 6,
Yeah.
and
it
then you
is a
do
lot
6.
like that.
I can do 7.
Just gradual increases. in
You
things.
show yourself you could do something, and then you want to do it a little more.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Mm-hmm.
This is a cute question.
Oh, I love them cute. Give me a cute one. It's
Ethan.
got to be cute.
Ethan, you have a $50,000 budget for a vacation with Jen. Where are you taking her? Pauline, I love this question.
Well, it's more about like how much time I have on a vacation because we've seen it. You don't have to spend a lot of money on vacation. But if you're giving me money, I got to take you somewhere that like we wouldn't normally go on a budget. It would be somewhere like
We've
south of
spoken
France
about-
no.
We've spoken about like Bali. No?
I don't know what. Like okay. Oh, actually, I just figured it out. You know
Where are we
what's a
going?
great place to go?
Where are we
and
going?
that is also very expensive.
Where are we going?
Iceland. And we've talked about going to Iceland briefly. It's really expensive to do fun things
Is it
there.
so just touristy though?
No, Iceland? I think you can.
There's like local experiences.
Oh my God. It's, Scandinavia. It's.
Oh my, we could do a whole travel episode. This is
Yeah.
just Q&A style, this episode, because
Yeah.
it was last minute, but we have a
Okay.
lot of topics that we can so dive into, like
Yeah.
a travel episode. There's so many things we could
Yeah.
talk about.
Yeah. The importance of making a duty in the morning.
Yeah, like that
Yeah.
could be a whole episode.
That's important. Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah. And the
Okay.
quality of said duty.
Save it for that podcast.
Okay.
We'll do a poop episode.
Poop.
Okay, there's more.
Okay, Jane.
These are all more like relationship based now. So what's
shoot.
been what?
Shoot.
What's been the most rewarding part of being on so much of your journeys to young adulthood together?
The most rewarding part. Well, I think it's been great to see my best friend grow and being able to witness it so closely, and how you've matured as a person, and the things that you value as you get older, and then also seeing how our interaction changes based on how we independently evolve.
Totally.
Yeah, how our relationship changes.
Can you give an example?
I mean, it could even be as simple as, well, okay, I'll use this example. Like you valuing your creativity, right? That has obviously been something for you that's so important, but it's also changed my idea of what?
I'm thinking of Paintgate.
Paintgate? What's that?
When I tried to paint our walls.
No, I mean with this stuff, like, but it's opened my eyes to other possibilities and, alternative paths, career paths. How has that, then made its way into our relationship? I don't know exactly. Maybe like just made us stronger and more compatible.
Well, my thing is I feel like you can either grow. I really think it's one of two things when people say, have you stayed together for so long?
Okay, but let me say one thing.
Yeah.
I think it's made me more understanding of you. Which
How
is
long
really important.
The journey to adulthood.
But also seeing you evolve and seeing why things are important to you, not just knowing that they are.
That's a really good
cool,
answer,
right?
and I'm also annoyed because that was going to be my answer. That the
No,
most rewarding
that's my answer.
part,
No.
the most rewarding part. It's
You
in my
can't
own
repeat
words.
it.
It's my own words.
Okay.
In my head, when I get asked, when I'm seeing that question, I think rewarding is that being able to know each other on such a deep level in such a young relationship, and like, people date for a year, 2 years, and then they get married, but like we're going to know each other for, I don't know, over 12 years when we get married.
Yeah,
And
I've known every iteration of you.
Right. And it's just cool to be able to know, and it's rewarding to know that the time we've invested has then translated to how deep I know you as a person. And I think exactly what you just said is so right. It's not just knowing what's valuable to you, but there's certain things, like, I don't even have to say to you creativity is a value of mine. Like, I don't even think I've ever really necessarily said
it out loud. Yeah.
those words, but that because what you just said, you've seen the evolution of what's happened to me and my decisions.
Yeah, where you put your time and your energy.
Isn't that so cool?
It's really cool.
So I would agree that's the most rewarding part, is that we know each other so deeply, and you can know someone to the depths of their soul after 2 months if you're staying up every night talking. Like, I totally believe in that, and I'm not saying
cute.
that because we've been together longer, we're better and have a deeper connection than anyone else. I don't like to sound like that.
Yeah.
However, it's exactly what you just said. It's almost like being there for the why of every decision.
Yeah, that's
and
cool.
being there through the journey.
Yeah.
And it's just cool to know that you've supported me through every pivot I've made, and I've never felt held back. Because I'm crazy. I change my life every year.
You're crazy. Wait,
every
can you
year
say that again for the camera?
I'm crazy. And every year I make a
you're
new career decision or a new place I want to live. Or
It's not crazy.
But I'm always changing my mind.
Yeah.
And it's knowing that for the long haul, like, you've never stopped me from pursuing something before. So like you've never held me back as an individual.
Yeah.
And so it's like having almost that evidence from how long we've known each other is also really
comforting.
Yeah, sure.
We
We finished each other's
chocolate
sandwiches.
Oh.
What has been some of the biggest challenges?
Relationship? Are we still on relationship?
So this was the same question. It was like, what's the most rewarding part of being on so much of your journeys to young adulthood?
I have
what's
the answer.
been the biggest challenge?
I got it. I think, at least for me, especially early on, the thought of, okay, but am I missing out on exploring other people and opportunities and experiences? That's only natural, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that was challenging, especially early on, like in college. Obviously, there's a part of you that does want to explore, not only because you want that in the moment, but you feel like maybe that is what's best for your future self. And that's hard, right? Because, I mean, at least for me, I was talking a little bit about this with your dad yesterday, actually. Like, there was never anyone that came across where I was like, okay, this is worth risking what I have with Jen to pursue. If that came across, honestly, when I was a freshman in college, I don't know. Maybe I would have considered it. But there was never anyone that, and that's not because I just happened to not come across anyone great. That's just because you're that much better in my eyes.
Honestly, good
and my
save.
Heart.
Good.
No, I think that requires some clarification.
Yeah,
No, it does, because I think we were even talking a little bit about that the other day, maybe, and I thought,
and
I
I got insulted.
Oh, did you?
Remember we were taking a walk in Florida? I was like, I can turn anything into an
but
insult.
that's not even what I'm thinking about. That was kind of a little bit of a different conversation. But
I'm crazy, and what I heard from that really
Yeah.
romantic thing he just said
No,
days ago. No, this was great. But
Yeah.
days ago when he said something like that, I was like, okay, so you're just with me because nothing ever came up that was any better. So like you.
Yeah, like the other person that I would have married just walked down
She just,
like
like,
the other
wasn't there.
street.
Yeah,
like,
she just
and
like
we
wasn't
never
there
crossed
that
paths. Yeah.
So he's like,
Why
all right,
not?
I guess I'll stick with this bitch.
Yeah, whatever. I don't feel like going down that street anyways.
Biggest challenge. I also just want to say, because I don't know if that's mine, but I do relate to that. I think another favorite thing about how long we've been together is that we can have conversations like that, and it's not offensive because it's almost like a shared experience in a way.
Yeah.
Like somehow that's a shared
it's cool.
experience that we've both felt like, oh, should I be dating other people? Should I be hooking up with other people? Like, is that a life experience that I'm gonna like resent him for later?
Yeah.
But it's cool reflecting on all the benefits of us sticking by each other and being with each other.
Yeah.
It's almost
Probably
like that.
99% of situations like ours, it may have been beneficial for those people to explore other options. For us, it was best that we did what we did. But like, you can't argue against that. Like, people in our situation probably love to tell other people like, no, it's great. Like, we're so happy we didn't or whatever. But like, we had a pretty rare situation, I think.
Honestly, like I probably would have loved it because I think it's so fun to then come back together and be like, you're the one. Like, I almost wish we broke up so we had like a dramatic, like, rejoining.
We still can.
Yeah.
Okay.
Should we do it now?
I think tomorrow. I think it's a good start to the week.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I love like a romance.
Yeah.
Like a.
You
oh
get
my
with
God.
my best friend, I'll get with yours. And
That's betrayal.
oh, sorry, never mind. Just want to get with your best friend.
Clearly. This got weird real fast.
Sorry.
Anyway, I
Okay.
would say the most challenging thing for me, I never really struggled with that, but obviously I've thought about that before and we've discussed it.
I didn't struggle that much with it either.
So
But
I'm trying to think of something I struggled with more.
mm-hmm.
Mine was actually on the opposite end of that, where, and this really came out freshman year of college, I struggled with thinking that you were going to think that way. And I struggled with thinking he's going to
you weren't mature enough to think that way in freshman year.
Wait, what?
Like, to acknowledge that is a natural way to think.
No,
as
I
freshmen.
knew that was a natural way to
But
think.
you
That's why I
weren't-
was so jealous, because I knew in your mind you had to be looking at other girls. You're a 20 whatever year old guy. That's
Yeah.
why I was so jealous, because I knew that obviously.
But if you acknowledge at the time that was only natural, you wouldn't have been jealous.
No, I'd still be jealous even if it's natural. What are you talking about? That's why people don't cheat.
Maybe not as jealous. Okay, that's fair. Yeah.
No, that is
How do you not be
literally
jealous?
why I was so jealous and psychotic, was because I knew I've been with him for 2 years in high school. Now we're freshmen in college.
Right, no, that makes
and
sense.
he's hanging out with an entirely different realm of girls, like not my friends.
Yeah, I did not hang out with your friends that much.
Well, you did
the
with me,
beginning.
but in terms
Yeah.
of like who your friends were hanging out
Right,
with,
right,
it
right,
wasn't
right,
my
right.
friends and like
Yeah.
parties and whatnot.
Yeah.
We ran in like slightly different circles in that way.
Yeah, which was probably good.
I loved.
Yeah.
But that is why I was so jealous, was because this is the thing I struggled with the most, was he's been with me for X amount of time. We're this young. Everyone goes through this big heartbreaking breakup at some point. He's obviously the one I'm going to go through this big breakup with.
Yeah.
He's obviously going to end up hooking up with someone else because I'm being a psycho
He's gonna
jealous
break
bitch.
my heart.
He's
I'm
gonna
cry calling my parents.
I
Your
literally
dad's
would,
gonna tell you, I told you this was gonna happen.
Yes.
I'm gonna go home for the weekend.
well, and that's also another part of the struggle.
You already
is
had your
like,
flight booked.
people don't believe at that young of an age that you can stay together for the long haul.
Who
They
said
think
that?
you're naive.
They're naive.
But we weren't naive. We never said, oh my God, we're getting married. Well, I probably did.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
We probably did like for fun.
Yeah. That was fun. Wasn't that fun?
Anyway, I think that was my personal biggest struggle, was just worrying about you thinking that way.
Right.
So much so that I didn't struggle with that in college.
We fought a lot in the beginning.
My friends weren't even hooking up with guys in college. Like, I didn't really struggle with that. I more so thought about it more right after college when everyone was dating in the city. That's when I was like, should I be dating? ? Like, am I missing out on the dating years? I didn't think about it in college.
I didn't really think that. I thought more about it in college.
Which is why I was that was my biggest challenge, was struggling with, is he going to...
Hearing my friends dating and all the stories and how difficult it is, I was like, I am very glad I don't have to do that. But there are a lot of great things that can come out of that too. I'm not saying there are. But it is a process, and it can be, laborious.
Well, sure, at this point I don't want to be dating, but like right after college, everyone was like going on dates and excited, and I love meeting new people and like hearing people's stories, and that's why, like, part of why I love podcasting. So part of me was at some point like not ever enough to want to I said to you when we were going to college, I wish I met you later in life. And I think that was the sentiment at the time, was because I cannot break up with this perfect human, and I'm obsessed with him, and it's too good to ever walk away from. But I wish we met later because I don't want to regret anything. So it's really cool hearing now, answering the question about how rewarding it is, that because we stuck with our gut feeling to be together and not just like leave because we should have more experiences, but wanted to be together instead. It's cool seeing how that actually benefited us in the long run.
Yeah, we had different experiences.
What?
You said
than other people.
Yeah,
not each other.
It's not that we would have had more experiences. They're just different experiences.
Yeah, and
that can really be helpful for self-discovery.
Most people would say you probably should break up.
Yeah.
But I think why we worked so well through it is that we were very individual.
We were so independent that we were able to have that self-discovery without having to have sex with random people.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We didn't mean to go to the same college necessarily. Like, we were very intentional about finding our own friends. And so we weren't clingy in that way. So I think not ever making the other person feel controlled in any type of way. Like, even now, if you said to me, oh my God, I haven't seen this person in so long, I'd be like, go see them Friday night. And, you know, like, I would never be like, well, you have to stay with me because I don't have plans Friday night.
Neither of us were crazy if the other didn't, like, answer texts right away.
Yeah.
Like, we always gave each other space, which is a testament to who we are as individuals.
Yeah, we're pretty
also.
chill.
But then also the trust in our relationship. Almost every other, couple I know, I've witnessed them have arguments about, like, oh my God, like, I waited an hour to text her back and, like, she's freaking out or something.
I think that's, again, though, a testament. We've been together so long that I know you. I literally watched you grow up. I know your character.
You were watching me grow up?
Yeah. I know your character, and I know that if you're not answering me, it's because you're having fun with your friends, and I want you to.
Yay! So much fun.
We're so much better than everyone else. Like, that's what it sounds like.
Okay, we should stop.
Okay, what's your love language and what's his?
Well, yeah, you know this.
I declared his, but I'll tell you all of them again.
Yeah.
Because you always forget. But mine.
No, I know mine.
What's mine?
Yours is words of affirmation.
Good job.
Thank you. And mine is acts of services.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes.
Services.
I told Ethan this. He refused to talk through the love languages with me back in the day.
Back in the day.
Back in the day. For some reason, you were weird about it.
I don't know. I just think things are bullshit.
Yeah, but that's not.
No, it's not. I think there's some truth to it.
You didn't realize what you thought.
I don't
it was like
think
astrology.
everyone fits into a single box, but sometimes I do.
This one girl I follow says I'm all of them.
And that's why I thought it was bullshit. Because that is
true. Of
true.
course, every little
and it is bullshit to some degree, but sure.
No, but I think some people just receive and give love.
Yeah.
In entirely different ways, and like something that means a lot to you, like doing the laundry.
It's a spectrum like anything. I'm more on the acts of service side.
Which is really annoying because like I work a lot. I have to fucking like make you breakfast for you to feel love. Honestly,
but you make the best breakfast ever. I can't make...
Words of affirmation is or physical touch, easiest.
And you're so good at oatmeal.
Actually, physical touch. I have the easiest love language.
Yeah.
Write me a fucking text message and get on with your day.
I don't have time today, but tomorrow.
But like, do you know what I mean?
Right before we break up.
All you have to say at 2:00.
Yeah.
All you have to say right now is like, you look so beautiful and like
you
sound
look
genuine.
So beautiful.
No, sound genuine.
You look so beautiful.
No.
No.
You can say in a few minutes and act like it just hit you.
Okay, I'll set an alarm.
That is so easy. Acts of service and gifts are not easy.
Yeah.
To spend money on a gift. You don't
Yeah.
have to set an alarm, Ethan.
I'm setting an alarm.
I can't say your name today.
I'm kidding. I'm not setting an alarm.
I know, so stop.
Okay, copy. Copy that.
I'm just
Proceed.
like
Proceed.
I'm just realizing now, like, gifts is really an expensive love language.
Yeah, fuck that.
And acts of service, I don't like doing it. It's time consuming.
Oof.
But
you love it. Come on.
Well, because it makes
when you make me
so
little smoothies
happy.
and you make them so good.
No, it's really
with all the right proportions.
annoying when I want to make like a podcast video after cooking and cleaning
But it
and
means so
working
much
all
to
day.
me.
Right, that's why I do
I
it.
love you.
I have a feeling he's just manipulating me to getting
No.
me to do chores for him.
No, I love making my own breakfast. You're just so good at it.
Okay,
Move on.
moving on. Those might have been all the questions. Hold on.
Good.
Barry, has he thought about proposing?
No. I mean, what? We're 27, right? So I'm thinking probably like mid-30s I'll propose.
Yeah.
No, it's on my mind.
He can't give anything away.
I won't give anything away, but I've never been more sure about anything.
That's so cute.
Just a matter of it being the right time for both of us.
And the right proposal.
Yeah, obviously. I mean, that goes without saying, right?
I gave him my list of what not to do. What to do? Actually, this is kind of a fun conversation. I like to hear people's like guidelines.
Okay.
I want it to be fully like so him, so us, like him just it's like of course he did it that way. Like that is so romantic and perfect for us.
Yeah.
And not just like cookie cutter whatever.
So you want it to be a complete surprise, but you also want to be able to say, of course he did it that way.
No. I don't need to say of course. I didn't mean that. No. Wait, don't hold me to that one. Wait, that's not what I meant. I meant like it makes sense. Like
You know what? Scratch this whole thing.
because I would love that or because
Jen, you are so beautiful. You really are.
Thank you.
I love you.
See, like I know he planned that and I know
Planned
he put
what?
a timer
I didn't.
and it melted
timer?
my heart. Like
that was my
love
heart rate.
languages are real.
That was my heart rate.
Anyway, no, my point is I wanted to just like be totally his decision, what he wants to do, because it's so him or it's so us or whatever.
Totally.
And
Totally McDotally.
I would like video because I feel like
I like video.
yeah,
Okay, what's next?
that's really it. Those are all the questions.
Great. I don't have any more answers, so that's perfect.
You want to do fun facts and favorites?
Fun facts and favorites? Okay.
Okay.
What was when we first started, you said, let's talk about this or that. What was the this?
Oh, running and habits, which we talked about habits a little and discipline.
Yeah, I don't need to talk too much about running.
Running, let's do, just so everyone knows, for housekeeping, we want to do a running episode because he's like a marathon boy.
We'll have Josh on for that one. He's the runner.
Okay.
I like to run. Josh is a runner.
No, but like a space for me to, which I can ask him too, a space for me to ask all my stupid questions that I ask when we're laying in bed at night.
He'll be really good because he'll talk about the
Yeah.
community and all that stuff.
Can you come up with, what are some stupid questions I ask at night? I'll be like,
At night?
what's the exact feeling at like mile 14?
But what do you do if like your leg hurts and you're not sure if you can keep going?
That's not stupid.
Oh, yeah, it is. You keep going.
No, I'll say, what are you saying in your mind to yourself?
Oh, yeah, keep fucking going, bitch.
That's something funny about Ethan is like most people encourage themselves. He's so mean to himself in his head, like when he is running or doing something challenging. Like,
Yeah,
what's an
not
example?
Not always, but sometimes.
You want to tell your
When I'm being a
story?
bitch, I call myself a bitch. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but how do you know if you're being a bitch or you just
Because
need
when I'm
to slow
making
down?
excuses, when
Right.
I'm saying you know what, I didn't drink enough water and that's why I'm feeling this way, and I should really stop because I have dinner soon, and oh my god.
But what if you
bitch.
really didn't drink enough water and you do have dinner soon?
A bitch. No, obviously sometimes, bitch.
These are bedtime conversations to a
Yeah.
T.
Yeah. No, but in all seriousness, obviously sometimes you have to cut it short. If like even here, like I was thinking about going back to Chelsea Piers to like read a book and
Oh
do
my
some
God.
computer work and stuff.
Oh, paperwork?
Computer work.
Oh,
Some stuff that I want to get done.
Planning my proposal.
Planning a proposal. Planning the week,
I want to plan the week too.
Planning workouts and scheduling. Yeah.
Scheduling. Admin, if you will.
Admin. Talk about where you would want to move.
You want to talk about where I would want to move?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Something else that's actually just drawing back to what we were just talking about before with like the evolution of each other individually and like how we've changed and our why behind things and knowing each other so well.
Yeah.
Right after college, my therapist always brings this up. My first session with her ever, she was like, "And how's your boyfriend? How's that relationship?" And I said, "We're great. Best friends, whatever, but one day we're going to get old enough to the point where like he's going to want to move or something to Colorado and like I can't move and that's when we'll break up." Do you sense a theme here? I go to high school and I'm like, he's going to want someone else, or college, he's going to want someone else. We're going to break up.
Yeah.
Even in high school, I would like sabotage us, remember at first?
Self-sabotage? Is that what you're doing?
Like in high school, I did.
Yeah.
Then in college, I would self-sabotage. Freshman year, I would like be a psycho just so like maybe we'd break up already. I don't know.
Yeah, you were like pushing me away without realizing.
Yes. And then after college, I said to my therapist, yeah, he's great. We're great. But like we're going to break up one day because he's like earthy and whatever, which was again why I thought you were going to find like a really cool girl from fucking like.
Sounds great. What's her name?
Like I don't know. Colorado at Tulane.
I have to go to
be
Colorado
like,
to get her?
Jen's a Jap. Like, let's go with her.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Anyway, then, so I thought, okay, he stayed with me, but he's going to want to move one day and I can't. And through just evolving in our travels and everything and just life in general, and as you were saying, like I got more creative with how I can work in different capacities and just like finding myself, I realized, wait, I would actually like to live somewhere else.
Right. I'm slowly training you.
But then you became more like me where you were like, well, is it realistic?
No,
like,
it's so true. We've come to the middle a little bit more. We're meeting in the middle.
And now we're aligned on like, it would be cool to live. We're aligned on, I don't want to live the same life twice.
My thinking is like, I don't want to seriously talk about moving at this point because there's no point. Like when we're ready to consider moving, let's talk about moving because we're going to be in a completely different place at that point.
We talk more about like travel, like where's the next cool place we want to travel.
I don't know where we're going to live. I even said to your dad yesterday, I was like, your mom went to the bathroom and I was like, where am I going to be? Like, where are we going to be in 5 years? Like, are we going to be in Long Island? Like,
do you know that's my favorite thing though?
But I was so serious. I was like, I wonder. I was just like, oh. No clue.
So whenever my friends talk about like, oh, I'm with this guy, he lives here, his job's here, so I'll probably move here in the next 3 years and blah, blah, blah. I'm always like, and then they ask me, I'm like, I kind of like, I have no idea and I fucking love it. Yeah. I'm such a planner in so many areas of my life, but I love that with you, I don't have to worry or anything. It's just like, we'll be together and we'll figure out life as it goes.
Yeah, take it, one step at a time.
I don't want to know now where I'm going to be for the rest of my life. And I also don't really want to be in the same place for the rest of my life.
I am curious, but I don't need to know.
I don't want to be in like the one house in the one area for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
I like change.
Right.
Which might be a problem.
No, I think it's good because I'll hold you back a little bit. I'll keep us a little bit grounded, but
and I'll shake us up a little bit.
Yeah, it'll be good.
Yeah, I don't want to live far from family by any means. I'm not opposed to going somewhere for like a year. Like if my job had taken me to Austin for a year, we probably would have done it.
Yeah.
But then again, like we're in New York City. It's not like we're in like
Alabama.
I don't know. Yeah. Like we're in New York City. We're living a really
Should we move to Alabama?
No. Okay. We're living a very full, exciting life. Yeah. So there's really no reason to move for a year to be excited.
No.
You know? I think if we were to move, it'd be because we want more space and a house and nature and whatever.
Different culture, different lifestyle.
My only thing is I don't want to live the same life twice.
Are you going to be like reborn or something?
Like I don't want to. I have friends and power fucking to them that no, I want to live in the same neighborhood or the neighboring area to where I grew up, and this is where I want my kids to go to school.
Right, I see.
I don't want to live that life twice as an adult and watch my kid. Go to the same high school or whatever.
Yeah, but maybe that's what's best for the kid, and you should take a sacrifice.
If that were the case, but I'm just saying, as of now, I would like a little bit of change.
It's one way to look at it, is all I'm saying.
I love
because a lot of people who grew up saying like, "I'm getting the fuck out of this high school, and I never want to move here." That's not what I meant. Right back there.
I just meant like I like change, so I don't really want to go to the same area we grew up in, just because like I did that already.
Fair enough.
I'm not saying it won't be similar. Like I want to be in the suburbs.
Yeah.
But I love, like we always talk about this, it's too far, but I love how like in Nashville or New Orleans, you can live in the suburbs in a gorgeous house and have nature and then drive 5-10 minutes into town or into like Bourbon Street or Broadway Street in Nashville. Like I I would live such a full life if I could have both.
Yeah, it's really cool. Good
But
balance of both for sure.
Where even is that near us?
Yeah. It doesn't really exist. If only like you can get upstate more easily.
Right.
But then everyone would be there and it wouldn't be upstate anymore, which is already slowly kind of happening.
No, but I would love that.
I know. Wouldn't that be great?
Yeah, if you had your house in the quiet and whatever, and then you drive 5-10 minutes and there's like a Bourbon Street.
And the land.
The land.
The land.
And the plants.
And the plants. And the nature.
The nature.
The nature.
Okay, well, it's about that time. We're going to get kicked out of the studio. But guess what?
What?
We have a studio 24/7 in our apartment, baby.
Okay, baby. I'm looking forward to it, baby.
That was so cool.
We haven't done podcasts in a while, so this was nice.
I know.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming in the studio.
Thanks for having me, Jen.
Love ya.
Let's go get food.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you guys so much for listening to that episode. Please, please, please leave a 5-star rating on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. If you just can't get enough of this podcast, go subscribe over on YouTube. You can see the full-length video episodes and shorter clips as well. You can find TikTok clips over at jenlauren with 2 N's. You can find Instagram Reels if that's your jam over on Instagram at jen_lauren with 2 N's, and even Dare to Self Care Pod on Instagram. So you never have to go a day without Dare to Self Care.